welcome back to my channel today. The topic for today will be gratitude. I feel that gratitude is a very important part of my life. It's something I believe in, something I practice daily or as much as I can. And I notice that when I am grateful, when I speak out gratitude in all situations and difficult situations, whether I'm feeling it or not, it makes me feel more satisfied in life. It makes me feel more like I actually have more. And it takes away dissatisfaction. It combats frustration. It combats a victim mentality. But gratitude is so powerful. And I just really want to encourage you guys, encourage the world in the principle of gratitude today. Saying that I have not had like an easy, perfect life. I did not have a perfect family at all. I'm not getting into details. I don't look at the past. I don't like playing victim mentality at all. I used to have a victim mentality. I grew up with a victim mentality. I learned that from my mother, and God has delivered me from a victim mentality. So now I definitely understand victim mentalities, and I really cannot stand victim mentalities because it will keep you in your destructive behavior. Your victim mentality will keep you using drugs, will keep you using alcohol, will keep you in possibly an eating disorder, will keep you in your low economic status, because you are a walking story. And if you walk around with your victim mentality, it will repel everyone around you. Nobody wants to be around that energy, and you don't want to be around that energy around other people, or maybe you do and you'll attract that in your life. So victim mentality is not good for your life. And if you want fullness of life, focus on gratitude. Let's start off with the definition of gratitude. And I'm just Googling this. So this is what the definition says: the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. She expressed her gratitude to the committee for their support. So as you can see, gratitude is a form of being thankful, showing appreciation for anything. Gratitude, if I can show the victim mentality, it will also help explain what gratitude is and how helpful it is. Victim mentality says, woe is me, poor me, I should have this, but look at how awful my life is. And honestly, if your life has been awful, I believe you. And there's lots of people in the world whose lives are awful. There's lots of people in the world where awful things happen to. And a lot of times we might think, well, this shouldn't happen to me. I've been cheated. Well, probably, honestly, but you have to understand that the world that we live in is wicked. There's a lot of wickedness in the world. And now I'm a Christian. I come from a Christian perspective, and I believe Christianity comes from a perspective of truth. Jesus Christ says in the Gospels that he is truth, and whoever listens to truth listens to him and follows him. So everything I'm saying is from a Christian perspective, and you can go ahead and read the scriptures, look it up if you're wanting to know specific verses. But ultimately, we really don't deserve anything but hell. We deserve punishment because we are separated from God and we're in a sin nature after we reach the age of accountability. When you think of it from that perspective, any evil thing we get, we truly deserve. But Jesus came into the world to be a perfect sacrifice and pay our price. And we receive that by faith in God. So by faith, not by our works, we are saved and redeemed by his blood. And also, we have to forgive others. We have to forgive our parents for the failures that they've done towards us. And then you will be able to understand gratitude. You have to understand that people who fail you, they can have every excuse that you have too. They could say their parents failed them. And then that's how evil continues, guys. But in order for evil to stop and the victim mentality to stop and gratitude to survive, we have to deal with the victim mentality of woe is me. Because if you are always looking at poor me, this customer service, this doctor, this teacher, this other parent, this child, this friend, this significant other, this boss, or whoever you're pointing the finger at how they failed you and how awful they are, you're just telling yourself that you're better, and you're living in a sense of pride, and you're always going to feel like a victim. You're always going to feel unsatisfied in life, because when you realize that you're a sinner and that you need forgiveness and all you deserve is hell, and you've also made mistakes in your life, and you've also harmed people in your life without even knowing it, or without knowing it, whether you have an excuse or not, you've hurt people just like other people have hurt you, then you're going to know that we're all in the same boat. And we can't point the finger at anyone. Just like Jesus Christ says, do not judge, otherwise you will be judged. And so that's where gratitude comes in. If you can deal with your victim mentality, you will no longer be pointing the finger at other people. You have to start look at what I have that I don't deserve. None of us earned a life. Like, life is a gift. Yes, we were that lucky sperm that made it to the egg. So we're the lucky ones, right? Like, we made it into this earth, and there's so much spiritual evil, but you guys, we have to hold on to the truth of Jesus Christ and the Word of God, because that is the only power that can defeat the evil around us. And you have to stay focused on that, because if all you focus on is the evil, it will overtake you and it will be awful and you won't have a satisfying life. But if you can focus on everything you have that you don't deserve, that is a gift to you. How about having shelter? We earn that, but can you be thankful that you have shelter? There have been times that I have felt like all I can afford is my basic needs, and that's it. And I'm so frustrated with only being able to afford my basic needs and just a little bit more. And God's voice just came into my heart immediately, and God spoke to me in my spirit and said, but aren't those the most important? That changed my life, you guys. That thought did not come from me. I was like, yes, basic needs are the most important. And then I was thinking of all the people in the world who don't have basic needs met. Imagine the people in the world who don't have guaranteed safety or don't have the shelter that you have. I mean, if you're in a dangerous situation, please look at a domestic hotline. Please look at resources. Call 211. In all 48 states, there is a 211 number that can give you resources if you are in a dangerous situation, a domestic violence situation, for help. And you have to address those kinds of things. If you're being threatened in your life, you have got to address those things. Please call for help. If you are dependent economically on someone who's abusing you, it is hard. You have got to address that in order to really that can be life-threatening. And you've got to address those kinds of things in order to reach gratitude and to really appreciate life, you guys, because every day we have life, that is an opportunity to create something. Every single person on this earth was created for a reason. So that you can, instead of pointing the finger at everyone else, you have to first look at yourself and say, what can I do to make my life and the situation better? What am I doing that is contributing to the problems here? Why are people not wanting to talk to me if that's a problem of yours? Are you having a problem with relationships? Are you noticing that every relationship you have, people just scatter? Then you have to look at yourself and say, hey, instead of you being a victim and saying, woe is me, because I have been there, you have to say, what am I doing to cause people to not want to be around me? And it is it is swallowing pride. And, part of it is just self-awareness. And in that sense, if you can get rid of the victim mentality, you can get into gratitude and saying, God, thank you for the opportunity to learn about friendships. Thank you for for my basic needs, shelter. Thank you, God, that I have clean water. I have started doing daily wins. And it is so gratifying doing daily wins because, sometimes you can feel like, what did I do today? I'm such a failure or whatever. But it's like, if you go through your daily wins, what did I do today? You did this chore, you did that errand. Look at all the things that you did accomplish. And you go through the wins and you'll be like, wow, it is so gratifying to be like, look at how my life moved forward today. Or another way to have gratitude is to write down in your journal, this is what I do at the end of every year or every 6 months or on my birthday. Look back at the previous year and write down every good thing, everything you're thankful for that year. For example, did you pay off a credit card? Did you pay down a credit card? Did you get into a better area? Did you have a positive change with your job? Instead of saying oh gosh, this job sucks and that job sucks, but it's Okay, so when you're in a situation where you're just frustrated with everything, you have to understand that it's the lens you're looking through, and you have to take ownership in order to have a more satisfying life. And sometimes that is the hardest thing to swallow. I was like, okay, I guess I can't wear my eye mask. So I woke up in the middle of the night with a horribly pinched nerve right here. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can barely move my arm. It hurts. And somehow, like, I had to get up eventually because I couldn't sleep in that position. And as I got up, because I was like moved, or like because things moved around when I was sleeping, I found my eye mask because of like the weird position I had to move into. And I'm like, if I didn't have that pinched nerve, I would not have found the eye mask. So, you know, and I've been taking care of the pinched nerve, going to my chiropractor and everything. But there's always goodness, you guys. And what you focus on and what you speak, you will start to become, because we are what we behold. If you look at nasty stuff at your phone all the time, your brain will start to become trash. And so, you guys, this is just like, I hope this video encourages you guys to focus on the good in life, because what you focus on is what you will become and is what you will move into. We all are creative beings, and we can create our future based on what we do today. I think Gandhi did have a saying, and I will post it around here when I find it. But what you do today affects your future. And I hope that blesses you guys. And I would love to hear all your stories of gratitude and how being positive has changed your life and things that you're thankful for. So please subscribe, please like, comment below on things that you are thankful for. I would love to hear it. God bless you and have a great day. Bye-bye.